Shine your horn. Is your horn tingling? Let's rub horns. Horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up, horns up. We are Unicorn Focus.
Welcome, Dusters. Welcome to the basement, a special early afternoon Sunday version of Duster Club. It's a big deal you're here. Thank you for being here. There's a lot going on in the general markets, and there's even more going on within our favorite, right, Unicorn Fart Dust. We're going to talk about some developments, a couple updates for you on some things going on within UFD. But first, thank you for being here. Okay, it's a big deal you are here. I hope you feel like you found a little home away from home down here in the basement with me, because you are important. I want to give you my quick disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Don't buy or sell anything. Make any type of decision based on anything that I'm saying here today. And in full disclosure to you, I do own, Susie and I together, a significant, what to us is a very significant number of Unicorn Fart Dust beans. So our horns are aligned. And horns up, Dusters. What a big privilege to have you down here today. Let's start with a couple updates on UFD, a couple of things going on in the community that I think are important for you to know about. And let's head out here to, first off, a post from Georgie. We are having a major sticker campaign. Yes. Part of the marketing team has come up, one of the many plans the marketing team has come up with, on top of Crunch Fitness, a campaign at Crunch Fitness is a sticker campaign. You can go out to Georgie 42's profile and see this post, but we're putting together stickers, trying to get it all together in one place and then allow it to be easy for all of us to order stickers and to start pasting them all over the world to help spread dust, right? Spread the good news about Unicorn Fart Dust. So stay tuned for more information about that. But there, like I said, there's a post here. It's got the Georgie's profile page so you can see what you're looking for. There it is right there, Georgie K42. And we're going to go back and take a look. A couple people have already submitted ideas. Now, that's a good-looking unicorn, wouldn't you say? But we had a couple sticker ideas. Let's see if I can find them down here. Yeah, Nick. We'll focus on Nick today. There's a few others, but put out some initial ideas. There's a struggling unicorn. Oh, look at that guy. Okay, there's the Unicorn Fart Dust. More and more. So keep an eye out on that. The other thing we need to update you on is the Duster Meetup, which is tentatively scheduled for June 20th here in St. Louis. And at the Unicorn Fart Dust, which is at official UFD page, there that is right there. There's a post with a Google Doc that you can fill out if you are planning on coming to St. Louis, so we can start to get some kind of preliminary ideas, preliminary numbers for meeting places, etc. So please check out both of those. Now, what's the other? I thought there's a couple big stories. Number one, what Charles Schwab is saying right now. Let me look you back in the eye, my friends. What Charles Schwab is saying right now about crypto, but also this crazy, wildly supported story from yesterday, and I guess this came out at the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting, right? Warren Buffett, and this is not the crazy thing, but he basically did announce that he'd be retiring within the next year, but also he said this, and think about what this means for crypto and why we choose to be invested in non-fiat assets from Crypto Rover. But this story came out in a number of different places. Maybe you heard it, but Warren Buffett says it might be a good idea to, quote, to own a lot of other currencies besides the US dollar. So when we think about that, what's the reason why that's so important? That's Warren Buffett. He's like the grandfather of American investing. If he's telling us that we might want to move, right? We might want to move some of our assets out of this, right? Paper money, the US dollar, right, which is based by is backed by really nothing much more than confidence and air, unicorn fart dust. That's what I used to call the US dollar. So when we have, right, the grandfather of American investing saying you might want to own a bunch of other currencies, he didn't say to own crypto. He didn't say to buy unicorn fart dust yet. But what he is telling us is that there's a lack of confidence developing within the paper money system, within the fiat money system. Do you feel it? I feel it. Don't you feel it everywhere you go? People are starting to kind of wake up that the system has been kind of manipulated thanks to the Federal Reserve and thanks to the fact that in 1971, Richard Nixon took the United States off the gold standard. And since then, the money has been backed by nothing but promises, nothing but fluff, nothing but debt. Okay, let's go look quickly. Let's go look. You ready to be shocked? This is absolutely shocking to look at. This is the U.S. debt clock. Very soon, we will be commemorating 37, up in the upper left corner there, $37 trillion in national debt. Guys, if you go down here a little bit to the right, we're paying over $1 trillion per year in interest alone. The whole government only brings in $5 trillion. So you don't have to be a math major at Harvard University or even your local community college to realize that that's an untenable situation and that eventually, right, what that results in is continued deterioration of the US dollar. Ray Dalio, right, the founder of Bridgewater Capital, one of the smartest guys in the world, he basically has said, as I understand it, the gig is up, right? This idea that the United States could borrow money from countries like China, right? All these kind of developing nations that we would borrow money from them and then allow them to manufacture, and we would buy their goods and then force them to loan us more money, that it's really coming. It's getting to a point where they're all starting to wake up at the same time and realize that the gig is up. So it's going to be interesting as we go down the road. What do we want to be in, right? Look, don't always be responsible. I'm not giving financial advice to you, but I choose to be in non-fiat assets, right? Not completely. I always, look, you want to be diversified, but the simple fact is that crypto, gold, silver, unicorn fart dust are outside of the fiat debt-based system. And, right, what makes me most excited mostly excited, overly excited, overstimulated is when I think about UFD and realize that we are actually a finite. You can print as many dollars as you want, right? That means the U.S. government, and they've proven, right? Remember what happened during C-19? Remember what happened during the 07-08 housing crisis? They can print as much money as they want. Right? Doesn't that make sense that would mean that the paper money would become worth less? Well, let me tell you something. You listen to me right now, and you listen good. One of the things I'm most excited about with UFD, in case you haven't heard, is the fact that we only have 999 million beans. See it there? See it? Right? Plain as day. 999 beans. Yeah. Every day or so, we got to shake the beans. We can't make any more beans. We are finite. Anything that is finite, limited, set, will always maintain its value, right? Will always do well, right? Will always do better than anything that can be created into infinity. And because now, right, all the Fed has to do to make more dollars is press a button and boof, right? They got more and more money. I want to say thank you to channel sponsor Ledger, guys. We are so fortunate to have the top tier, right, hardware wallet, cryptocurrency, security leader as our sponsor. I know a lot of you use the Ledger products. I do. I use a Ledger Flex. I love the Ledger Live app, and it's a big, big, big honor that they're part of our story, part of my story, and a sponsor of this channel. So thank you very much. MoonPay, right? Exciting, right? You know, the other thing that you can't print unlimited amounts of is gold, right? And silver. But this week, MoonPay came out with a very exciting announcement. They now, on their platform, have available Tether Gold, XAUT, right? It's digital tokenized gold. It combines all the benefits of holding physical gold with all the benefits of having things on tokenized digital on the blockchain. And there's a lot of big benefits to that. Things like not having to worry about storage, 24/7 trading. You want to check it out. It's at Tether Gold, and it's from Tether, the same company that brought us USDT. I'll show you the website here quickly. There we go. There's Tether Gold. If you can learn more about it there. But a couple other things that I'm excited about with that is it is 100% backed by real gold in a vault in Switzerland. Each Tether Gold token, right, is represented by 1 real ounce of gold. LBMA, good for delivery gold, in a vault in Switzerland. You can verify that. And what makes it even better is that you can use the best, right? The best fintech company in the world, MoonPay, to get it. You can use their platform now to buy XAUT. You know, over 30 million people have worked with MoonPay, including me. I'm one of the 30 million, right? It's my first crypto transaction I ever did. They are the on-ramp, right, from fiat into crypto. Check it out. It's something that's pretty exciting. Now, let's move on. What about if Charles Schwab? What? You know anybody named Charles Schwab? I do. Maybe I have an account with them. But, you know, Charles Schwab, right? The big financial service, one of the biggest, right? Mainstream financial services, has made a major announcement about crypto. Their CEO. Let's go out and check this out. Again, there's Tether Gold. That's not what we're looking at. Hold on here. And here it is. Okay, guys, let's take a look at this big announcement. This came from Cointelegraph, bullish. Charles Schwab CEO Rick Wurster says, we're working on a plan to launch spot crypto in the next 12 months. There's a couple of reasons why that is a big deal for us, those of us who are invested into crypto, right? Look, right now, as an example, only 7% of the people in the world own cryptocurrency. I think in the United States, I hear the numbers maybe like 10%. Regardless, that means like 9 out of 10 people don't own crypto yet. This is kind of like a Robinhood thing, but it's Charles Schwab. A lot of more people who are a little bit, let's say, older, like myself here, your old friend Ronnie, right? Use things like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Vanguard, and whatnot. If Schwab makes crypto available, and if Schwab starts to make more and more crypto available, it's going to bring more and more people into the crypto universe, which will mean more money. Older people, the boomers, the statistics, this is why it's so important. The statistics on how much wealth is controlled by the boomers is overwhelming. And I got news for you. I'm bringing in as many as I can. Remember, we are the bridge. We are Unicorn Fart Dust. We are the bridge between the non-crypto people and the crypto people. We're like the pure play. We are bringing in people from the precious metal sector. We are bringing in older people, but there's a lot more of them out there, right? Now we're on Kraken, the tier 1 exchange, right? We have an interest to our friends at Robinhood. We're interested. I know so many people have told me, I'd love to buy UFD. I wish I could buy it on Robinhood, right? Think about if crypto becomes available. And again, this is out in the future, but as we look out into the coming number of years, that says we're having trouble streaming on Twitter. Okay. We'll keep trying and let you know when it's resolved. But as we go into these coming years and we get more and more and more people coming in, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a huge, huge deal. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let me hold on here. Let's check in with Susie to see if we're live on Twitter. We're having some, apparently StreamYard or Twitter is having some problems, but it says we have 400 people with us here. Susie, are you there? Over?
Sorry.
That's okay. Are we on Twitter? Can you see?
It just kind of froze on Twitter, okay?
It did. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just keep rolling along here. Thank you. Okay, guys. Next thing we want to cover, let's just look at something nice and positive. Hold on here. Edit. I don't want to remove. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we get hopefully we get a green. We still have 400 people, so we must be going live somewhere, wherever you're joining us, right? YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Abstract, and wherever you are. Thank you for being here. It is a big deal that you are here. Let's go see what Champs had to say about us. Oh, wait, here we go. One more thing quickly I want to show you. This is from MoonPay they put out. XAUT is a digital token backed by physical gold from Tether Gold. It's now available to buy worldwide on MoonPay. No banks, right? Let's start this back at the beginning. On MoonPay, just a better way to buy gold. Real gold, right? And it is real gold, made digital. And I'm sharing the wrong tab. There we go. Here we go. Hold on. Boy, StreamYard is really struggling today. There we are. Okay. Right? Made digital, real gold, no banks, no borders, Tether Gold. And again, that's Tether, who's behind USDT. Let's look here. Hold on. Darn it. Looks like, here it is. Okay, here we go, guys. Here's the latest from Champs, our friends over at Champs. What a big deal. Hold on, guys. Sweetie, you got to hold your button when you talk because I don't hear you until you hold the button.
See it now. Over.
Okay, thank you. I love you. Okay, here's our friends at Champs. Let's take a look at what they've got. Who's their top 11 meme coins on X? There we are at the top, guys. UFD yet again. So, we continue in Champs, right? 50,000 followers. So these are independent sources that are ranking us near the top over and over. What is that telling us? What does that tell us about the strength and vitality of the UFD movement? Because it is a once in a lifetime unique situation. Remember, Dusters, horns up. Okay, horns up. Look, the reality is quite simply this. We were created in FUD, F-U-D. I created it down here. It was an experiment, and I went out on the first day, went on a live stream and said, don't buy it. It's when the market cap was $6,000 US. I said, don't buy it. Further proof that you should not follow my financial advice. Nonetheless, being born in FUD, being in dealing with unbelievable obstacles as we have over the last 4.5 months, we flipped it. We took the FUD, we flipped the U and the F and made it into UFD. And it is a big deal. And it is because of everybody out there, everyone who's here right now that's part of this, that has made this ride completely possible. It's time for us to do the Duster of the Day. We've got a special Duster of the Day today, who is our friend Korean Cigarette Pack. And he's been helping us for a while and doing a great job. And many of you reached out to me and said, please, right, let's have Korean Cigarette Pack as Duster of the Day. So he wrote us a nice piece that I'm going to read to you right now. It says, horns up, Rantashi and the Duster family. Let's make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Hold on. Maybe we'll check in with Susie. Hold on a second here. Susie, hello, Susie. We appreciate you. Are you able to see everything up on the screen right now?
Yes.
You are? Okay. Thank you, sweetie. Before we read Korean Cigarette Pack, I don't want to forget this. And don't worry, we will do the 3-second smile. But Susie wants to give you guys, you want to give everybody a high five?
Hello, high five
High five. Everybody, come on. Stick your hand out. Give Susie a high five. She says, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay, let's get out here. Come on, Korean cigarette pack. Here we go. And, okay. Hello, Ron Tashi and the Duster family. I'm honored to be the Duster of the day and to receive my golden horn. Yay! I have to apologize for not hopping onto the X Spaces so often. I'm an American living in South Korea, and I'm often I'm on my first cup of coffee when the late night spaces are going on. I miss a lot of the other ones. Even though I haven't introduced myself in the spaces, I've been messaging with other dusters and sharing ideas. I work doing research, have written books, and done a number of other projects. It's my dream to do this work full time. Crypto is one avenue of pursuing that level of independence to be able to work in solely what I love. So for me, UFD and other great meme communities are a serious matter, besides being a whole lot of fun. Although a lot of people on the outside, i.e. buttercups, might not get what is actually going on here, people taking part in an amazing, caring community and chasing their dreams and supporting the dreams of others. UFD to the moon and beyond. So this week, I'm going to be covering the city where I live with UFD stickers. Everyone in this town of 500,000 people is going to know about UFD. All right. There's the sticker campaign we talked about at the onset, right? Working. My goal is one sticker per 1,000 residents, so 5,000 in total. This might take a while, but I'm determined. As you may know, Korea is a major Deegan country. I guess that means there's a lot of crypto people there. The island where I live has 20 million tourists a year, so I figure it's a good spot for exposure. Yes, yes, yes. We love this Korean cigarette pack. Anyway, I'm going on too long. Thank you, Ron, for everything and for starting up this crazy movement called UFD. Horns up, everyone. Horns up, dusters. Okay? This is truly an honor. If any duster in Korea want to coordinate sticker campaigns in other cities, please get in touch. DMs in English or Korean are fine. Much love to everyone. By the way, I'm not much of a smoker. The name of my account comes from a project I worked on a few years back, Korean cigarette pack. And then at the end there, he said he's decided to start buying a little silver as well, which here's Korean cigarette pack. Let's go back and take a look. All right. Don't forget, guys, go out there and follow him. Great guy doing wonderful things for us, for our community. And he said he's going to start stacking a little silver too, which I always think is a good idea, but let's everybody help me now. Let's pick this thing up, the old golden horn, and help me install it. There you go, Korean cigarette pack. You are the duster of the day. Okay. Congratulations. Right. Hey guys, we're at the private dinner. Did you know that? Right. We're at the private dinner, the big private dinner right now. Right. Think about that. Right? We are in the, how most other cryptos and meme coins have all these big investors up front that try to then milk all the retail investors in the future. So they have these private dinners where they all meet together and they distribute the inside shares and talk about all these fancy things they're going to do with all their money, right? And then they launch the coin. Not all of them, but some of them, right? And then sometimes what happens is the retail investors get treated as exit liquidity. Well, guess what? For us, for UFD, we do everything backwards, right? I think my dinner the night before I created UFD was chicken McNuggets or something like that. This is the fancy dinner. And the reason why that's so important is, right, we are involved in the early stages of UFD. This is the big investor dinner. So welcome. Actually, we just had McDonald's for lunch. We don't eat it that often, but nonetheless, that's what this is, right? Look, I can't make any predictions. I don't have a crystal ball, but what I do know is that community vitality, community strength, community integration is what determines the eventual price value of any crypto. And to the extent that it's created in a very pure, fair manner. Sounds a lot like Bitcoin, doesn't it? And I was talking to somebody, a person from the actually precious metals community late yesterday afternoon, right? And he said, he's like, well, Bitcoin now, Now there's a lot of big money, right? Big financial services companies involved. It's not even, unfortunately, quite as pure as it used to be. I think we're the purest form of crypto. I mean, give me another situation. Explain to me another crypto, another situation that is as decentralized and pure and honest and transparent as we are, right? I mean, we're the only meme coin with a mission statement. Maybe not the only, but we got a good mission statement. Good attracts good. So the other thing I want to mention to you guys, I did talk to people who've been asking about the documentary. As you remember, and some of you may not know this, but back in February, a documentary film crew came to our house for 2 days of rigorous filming, right, of what was going on with UFD. They filmed me filming a live January. Sorry, I was wrong. Susie corrected me. Thank you, Susie. Over. It was in January. Great guys. The production team on this, they're Emmy award winning, super high quality. Trust me, everything had to be perfect, even down here in the basement. At this point, they're still in the, I guess you would say, production phase. They're still working on it. They're presenting it to some of the big streaming companies to try to get additional financing to do some more work with this. He did tell me that we would most likely, well, I always want to underpromise and overdeliver. We will be featured prominently in this documentary. He also said that he was extremely confident, and this is a good guy, not a person. I've talked to him a lot. Well, I talked to him, had him here for 2 days. He's an honest person. He was like, I can tell you this thing is going to come out one way or the other, whether it's on one of the big major streaming companies or they have to find other financing to get it completed. But it's in progress. It's a top-notch. Again, the two guys that are working on it, and I confirm this, are Emmy award-winning producers. So these things take time, right? I know it feels like forever. It was January. Now it's May. It's been 4 months, but it's not unusual. And that's what he told me as well. Like, it takes a while, more time. It's not like crypto. We kind of joked around where everything happens fast. So that's the update I have. A number of you had been asking. I'd been wondering, and he promised to keep me updated. Great guy. Excited to see where that goes. Excited to see where the future goes for UFD. Right, the sticker campaign, the meetup in June. Don't forget, go to the UFD official Twitter page to fill that out. We got a lot going on, guys. The biggest thing we have going on is the community, the camaraderie, the relationships that are being formed, and the simple fact that at the end of the day, what's going to determine the value of this coin is in the hands of the community. And this community does not give up. We do not give up, right? In this period of time that we're going through, where we're forging the community even stronger and stronger, I believe will pay big, big dividends for us in the future. We almost forgot. You got to be good to yourself. We got to do the unicorn fart test 3-second smile. When I say go, you got to smile for 3 seconds. And I guarantee you're going to feel better when that's over. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, try that. And you can practice on yourself. Anytime you see a mirror, you need to smile for 3 seconds, okay? And then pass it on. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the basement, the community. Please don't forget, share this video, retweet it, whatever needs to be done. Subscribe on YouTube, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow. All right, have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.